Followers, we have an amazing episode for you today, everybody in our health coaches and practitioners support group. Today, I have with me Kara Williams. Now, what's so special about Kara is that, well, kind of a spoiler alert. She has made a midlife career change. And not only that, the big spoiler is she's breaking every world record we've ever seen when it comes to her marketing. And she's got leads lining up on her calendar at just an amazing rate. It's absolutely crazy. I don't want to tell the story. I want to let her to tell you all the details. Kara, it's my honor to have you today. How are you doing?
I'm good.
So just kind of start, kind of tell everybody, it's like you became a health coach. And it's not because you had to, right? Because you had a decent job, but it's like, it's more of a passion. So kind of tell people about that.
Yeah, I made some health changes myself quite a few years ago and just started learning and noticed everyone around me needed the same help I did. But no one knows where to go to find that help. And so I took some classes, got a certification, just, really wasn't sure where I was going to take it because I wasn't sure if I was going to make a leap or not, but I really wanted to. And now I'm ready to make that leap.
All right. So kind of tell everybody, what was your day job? Like, what were you doing? Like, you were doing pretty well.
In chemical cells for wastewater treatment plants. I actually am a wastewater operator still. I still hold my license. So great career. I still love wastewater. It's not that I dislike my job or dislike what I was doing, but this is really my passion.
Right. So your heart really is in, and would you mind sharing, like, what were the problems that you were dealing with that you really wanted to help people with?
Well, I was overweight. I have hypothyroidism. I was pre-diabetic. I couldn't take any more medications because I was having reactions to every antibiotic they put me on just for a simple, bladder infection. I needed to make some changes. I was in a big mess.
Right. And you got yourself out of that mess.
I did.
And then you decided that, you know what, the wastewater thing is cool, doing well, but it's not where my heart is.
Right.
And so where did you go for your health coaching certification?
Through Truly Heal.
Okay.
I don't know. Marcus Freudman, he was always very interesting to watch. So I took classes through them. I'm a functional medicine health coach. I also, before that, I even took a holistic nutritionist course, and I have a certification in that as well. All
right, cool. All right. So a lot of times, my experience, like when I went to the Institute of Integrative Nutrition, a lot of these health and wellness programs, they're amazing at teaching you skills, right? To really, help you overcome your own stuff, but also help other people really transform their health. But then when it comes to the business part, how was that for you?
It was okay. It wasn't great. Basically, they helped, with some website things. But now I'm not even really using those. The business side was just lacking. It was a much better on the health parts.
Right. So you got your certification, you got out there, what were the things that you were trying to do to get clients, but it was just a struggle?
I was trying to get my website going. I put out one or two Facebook bumps or bursts, I guess, on something I would post. And I really wasn't getting very far. To be honest, I was probably trying for maybe 3 to 6 months before I found Move, Think, Smile. But I was very discouraged. I mean, I was thinking this was not going to happen.
All right. So you got the health coaching thing, your heart's in the right place. You're out there for about 6 months trying to get some clients in. And what were the results from that?
None. No clients.
All right. So you had no clients. And you were following all the business advice from the... So what were they telling you? So build a website. What else were they telling you?
Blog, send out emails, but I didn't even have an email list. So right. It was really tough to get going.
Okay. So you had nothing out there. And where was your, what were you thinking? Like, what was going on up here? It's like, you got this 6 months down the road, driving to clients where you're like, maybe this is just not going to work, or?
Yeah. I wasn't sure I was going to be able to make this, into something I could do. I thought I was just going to have to stay at my other job, which again, not the end of the world, but it really, I had already switched gears in my head. I knew I wanted to make a switch. So it was really disappointing. And I was just searching for some help. It was kind of like when I went through my health problems, I was searching for somebody to help me, somebody to guide me. and I didn't know who to go to. So it was kind of the same situation. I was stuck. I was just in a world of hurt and really wanting to do this and wasn't sure how to get help.
And just out of curiosity, had you dumped any cash into this before?
A little bit, not a ton.
Okay.
Probably, under 1,000.
Okay. So, all right. So let's just call it $1,000 to make it easy. Put $1,000 into it. Didn't get any clients. Did you ever get any leads?
No.
No. Okay. All right. All right. So you're following all the business advice. You got your health coaching, your functional medicine certifications. You're following your business advice. You're getting out there. I'm guessing they'll probably say, go build your audience, right? Create this following, go out there, create these articles, give your value away, give your best stuff away for free. And they're telling you all this stuff and you're doing it and it's crickets.
Not working.
Yeah. Not working. So what was the big magical kind of like turning point for you?
When I found Move, Think, Smile on a weekend when I really wasn't even ready to start the program. I don't know if you remember, but I found you guys and signed up, and I tell you what, it immediately took the stress away from me because you guys were very thorough in making me feel comfortable and that I was going to have the guidance I needed.
Right.
So that first, right after just, joining Move, Think, Smile, I felt like an immediate sense of I've got backing. I've got people to help me. I've got something that's going to get me to the next level.
Cool. Now I know this wasn't all just like, fairy tales and roses, right? There were some giant obstacles we were dealing with. And if I remember right, one of the biggest ones was just indecisive, right?
Yeah.
Tell us a little about what you were struggling with there.
Well, I wasn't sure. I wanted to help everybody. I didn't know who my core audience was going to be or who I was going to, really, I guess not target, but, who was going to be my audience.
Right.
I really wanted to help everybody. So I was happy when we, had our discussions about, if you're speaking to everyone, you're not speaking to anyone. So that really helped me to zone in and just kind of dial in who I really wanted to help.
Yeah. And the reason Kara just went, not target, because we take a lot of those classical marketing terms like target and niche and all that kind of stuff. And technically that's what they are, but we like to take them, put them in a box and kind of put them over the table. And we like to really work with what? Human beings, right?
Yeah.
Do you think that was helpful when we started we stopped sterilizing who we were really helping?
Yeah, it personalizes it, and it makes they are people. We're trying to help people. We're not trying to do a business here. I'm trying to help people. The reward would be, I get a paycheck too, but definitely my goal is to help people.
Yeah. And yeah, exactly. When you're out there helping people transform their health, you're allowed to have a paycheck too. And, so you can go ahead and spill the beans a little bit. So what are you doing now? You went from complete indecisiveness. I want to get out there. I've got these skills. I can help anybody with any major health problem out there. And you're like, I don't know. And what did you nail it down to?
I went with people with type 2 diabetes or pre-diabetes to help them either lower the amount of medications they're using or get off their medications and lower their A1C naturally.
Right. So Kara helps diabetics lower their A1C naturally. And how good does that feel when we dialed that in?
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. It made my life more simple. And just, it has made the process a lot easier to understand too, I think.
Right. And I think it's important to let people know that, while this is a simple process, right? Is any of it really that easy?
No.
But it's a heck of a lot more doable, right? When you've got the right team behind you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So what would you say? What are some other obstacles you really faced? So we had the indecisiveness, which then there's the confidence, so that we got it down to, getting out there and helping people lower their A1C naturally. We got together, we wrote some ads together using our very, very kind of like what we call, I don't know if it's proprietary, but it's our method called Think Talk, right? Mm-hmm. And then as soon as we launched that, what started happening?
Everything kind of becomes more Now I'm not very think talky right now. Um, it just becomes easier to put your message out there and to talk to people on an everyday level and understand what they're going through.
Right. And so before Move Think Smile, where were you pricing your health coaching services?
Probably about $100 an hour is what I was thinking I would charge. I never did get anyone. I was helping friends for free, and having some successes there. I had a lot of successes there, but I really didn't feel like I was worth what I was putting out there.
Right.
Even though it was sound really good advice, and it's worked for me, it's worked for other friends. It was just difficult to bring my price up.
Okay, so your published rate was $100 an hour, but you're actually doing it for nothing.
Yeah.
Okay. And they were having successes.
Yes.
With your guidance.
Yes.
All right. But your business wasn't.
No.
Okay. Okay. So let's make sure we get that in a clear here. So the indecisiveness, getting it down, charging, and where are you right now with your price?
At $3,500 for a 12-week program.
Right. That's amazing. So tell everybody. So I know you were one of the people that got really kind of caught up in a lot of Facebook turmoil, with your ad account getting shut down and all these things. So kind of tell people, it's like the progression is like we started doing some advertising. You got out there, you started doing just a couple little posts. We're not talking about blogs or anything like that. And then all of a sudden people started reacting like mad, didn't they?
Oh yeah.
So what happened? How'd that go?
Oh, it went great. I've got a lot of communication with hundreds at this point, probably close to 1,000 people, really. And my calendar is getting booked. Like my calendar only allows 2 days of being full. And I think I've got 5 or 6 calls lined up today. I've got 3 or 4 already tomorrow and 1 the next day. And by the end of the day today, I think tomorrow will be even more full. So it's just amazing. And there are so many people that need help. So I'm just really hopeful I can help as many as I can.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly why you're here, right?
Yeah.
So even though you have a $3,500 program helping people lower their A1C score, right, with diabetes naturally, right? So they can get off the medication, stuff like that. Your calendar is booked.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That's a big fist bump right there, right? Now, during this, what would you say your biggest aha moments are, and then some of the obstacles we had to go with?
Some of the advertising methods, I had no idea how that was going to be. And also probably the biggest aha for me was that I didn't necessarily need a website, and it didn't need to be all built up and all magical, which I had spent a lot of time and energy on that prior to Move Think Smile. And also just, I had spent a lot of time on a logo, and I didn't necessarily need that. There's a lot of stuff that I thought I was going to need and I don't need.
Right.
So those are probably the biggest aha moments for me.
Have we even used your website one bit during this entire thing?
No.
Nope.
No.
That's crazy. It's like, this is where a lot of people get stuck, right? It's like they're told you got to build a website, you got to do this, make it pretty, make it all this kind of stuff. And then the reality is, in the realm of health and wellness, now while that can work for some other industries, don't get me wrong, and it can help for health coaches and health practitioners and functional experts and integrative doctors and physical therapists, stuff like that. But the reality is nobody cares. Like, you don't need a website. You don't need to put all this energy into a website. And Kara's proving it because, like I said, she's breaking every Move Think Smile world record when it comes to getting leads on her calendar. And I'd be shocked if she doesn't start expanding her dates out, or pretty soon she's going to have to slow down her marketing. Right? So
I've already been thinking about having to slow it down. Yeah.
Yeah. So what kind of a problem is that? Would you call that a good one?
That's a very good problem.
I love it. I love it. And so, all right. So the aha, you don't need a website. That's amazing. Any other big ahas?
I'm sure I've got more.
All right. So that's cool. So talk about the first obstacle was the indecisiveness, right? What other obstacles, either up here that we were dealing with or kind of external we were dealing with?
Just understanding that I do have the knowledge I need to make a difference in someone's life. I am capable. I have enough knowledge. I'm going to be able to help somebody. And I know that, but it helps having the mental guidance that I've gotten from Move, Think, Smile, and Elia mostly. So it's just
mostly
it's
Elia.
very big. Yeah, she's been great. Yeah, so wrapping my head around knowing I can help somebody has probably been a big help.
Awesome. So talk about Elia, because Elia doesn't get a whole lot of airtime on these things, and I have to say that we really take a very different approach when it comes to building a health and wellness business. If you're a health coach or health practitioner, because we know it's not just about some shiny marketing funnel. We want to make things as simple as possible. And a lot of people are taught, right? Because this is what the health and wellness schools are teaching. They're teaching ways to really overcomplicate your business. And, so when people come in, we work with them, and Carrie, you can kind of back me up on this. We talk about, helping you get to the top of Success Mountain, right? Climbing up that steep path, and we're your Sherpas and we're your guides and getting you there. So how did Elia, and just so you guys know, Elia Fosterron's my partner, and she's the founder of Move, Think, Smile. I'm just a co-founder. So where did Elia really help you?
I think she helps mostly with, your mindset and how to make sure that you're working towards what you need to, but not leaving yourself behind either. You have to take care of yourself. Otherwise you can't help anyone else. And so she's very helpful in making sure you're in the right mind frame, and making sure you realize you're worth it as well. Yeah. It's not just your patients that are worth this help.
And it's about showing up. It's about being the client you want to attract, isn't it?
Absolutely. Because
if we want to attract amazing clients, so what's an amazing client to you? What would be those character traits?
Somebody who's resourceful, who's ready to do something, wanting to take action, and just really gung-ho about making some changes.
Right. They show up, right? First they show up, they listen to what you say, in healthcare, that's called compliant, which I think maybe 10% of the patients in healthcare are compliant from some of the people that I'm talking to. I don't know if that's a global number, but it's, uncompliance is really big. And then, they're not complaining, right? They're not committed to their victim, but they're committed to winning with you, right? They're literally committing, and they do whatever it takes without making excuses to come in and hire you. And those are the kind of amazing clients that Kara is attracting right now. And I think it's absolutely phenomenal that she's doing this. Now, during this thing, so you got Elia over there really helping you kind of like put the high octane gas. This is what we like to call it, into your business engine. Some people use the M word mindset. I think it's kind of overused these days. It's become a bunch of white noise. But it really is about creating this high octane fuel that's going to your business. And that always comes from, the business owner. And if you're not putting in high octane fuel, it does not matter how amazing your website is. It does not matter how amazing your credentials are. It does not matter how amazing your article is, or your marketing funnel, or your ad, or anything like that. If you're putting in bad gas into a high performance engine, are you going to get anywhere?
No.
No. And, when you're becoming, the E word, right? Entrepreneur, right? Because that's what we are, right? We're not creating a high-tech startup or doing that kind of stuff. We're becoming entrepreneurs, and entrepreneurship is always a course in obstacles. So Kara, talk about some of the obstacles that came out of nowhere. It's just like, try to slam you to the ground.
Well, Facebook ads, that has been a very big obstacle, trying to make sure we're doing everything the way they want it, which is, I know their heart is in the right place, but it's been difficult to make sure our ads stay up and running. That's probably been the biggest obstacle for me.
Right. What happened?
They got disabled, and we didn't know why. I think it was because at one time they had to relook at one of my old ads, and it was a month prior. It was.
They shut you down.
Weird. Yeah.
They said, Kara, you are no longer allowed to advertise.
Yep.
And when you first saw that, now you were a trooper. What was going through in the back here?
Oh, no. Well, actually, what was going through my head is, let's get Adam involved.
Yeah, let's get into that. And so what do we do?
We went through the process that they gave us, I guess, and had them review it. And it took a week, I believe, to get it.
But we got you up and running, right?
Yeah.
We got in there, we looked at it, we analyzed everything. It's like, okay, here, Kara, this is exactly what I want you to say. I want you to do this right here. Go do this, go do this. And what happened? They turned you back on, didn't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, they turned you back on. And then we went in there, made a couple little tweaks, and then boom, the calendar is freaking booked at an astonishing ROI on your marketing dollars, right? Your ad spend.
Yeah. Oh, it's like, I think I'm at $31 or $32 a call.
That's absolutely insane. That is absolutely insane. So coming through this, you know, a lot of people, you know, they always talk about, okay, what do I need to do to get more people? What I need to do to get more clients? We're always talking, we are giant proponents of making things as simple as possible. Would you agree?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. And would you say, you know, we like to use kind of a couple of different ways to really attract people into Kara, right? So she's got leads on her calendar, and pretty much it's just going to be an ad, a video, and a phone call. Super duper simple. So people who have never heard of you before, right?
Right.
People who have never heard of you before are seeing your ad. And what's the time between the ad and you having a phone call?
It varies between a couple of hours to maybe 2 days.
Maybe 2 days.
Yeah.
So they're clicking on your ad, and then you're having a conversation with them from a couple hours to maybe 48 hours. They've never heard of you before.
Nope.
Is that not amazing?
That is amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. And how are the people who are showing up on the phone?
Oh, they've been really good. I have had a couple of no answers, but for the most part, everyone answers. We have conversations. They've been really good calls.
Now, a lot of the people that we work with see that there's like unexpected surprise benefits, right? You know, this is all about building a business, but would you say there are like some surprise things that happened that you didn't expect to have happen?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, I would say I definitely have more confidence in what I do. And now when I tell people what I do or what I'm working on, I have a description. I mean, before I was just, I'm a health coach. I'm trying to be a health coach. Now I help people with type 2 diabetes, to lower their A1C naturally. I mean, it rolls off the tongue a lot easier for me to tell people what I do.
And they get it, don't they?
Yes.
Right. So
it makes much more sense.
So a lot of people say, oh, I got to get my niche in. Now, is it just getting that elevator pitch together? Is that what made your business amazing?
No, that's not only what, no, not at all.
I think, I see, I'm in a lot of the groups out there, and I'm watching a lot of people. It's like, hey, is my niche good enough? Is my niche good enough? What would you say, if you were going to give kind of like a little tiny secret away? It's like, we got this down, we boiled down your offer, and then we help you put it together in a very, very easy to understand, what do I call action oriented, right? Type of copy. And it's, when I say copy, it's not just what you're writing or what you're posting out there or putting into your ads, but it's also how you're speaking to people, right? And that was good in there. And of course, getting that confidence down to make sure that you're putting high octane fuel into this amazing engine. So you're like, Kara, it's like, well, guess what? My calendar's booked. I don't know if I'm going to be able to answer all these calls. I might have to slow it down, and I've got an exit strategy to leave my job here pretty soon to follow my passion full time. Is that cool or what?
That's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Did you ever expect that was going to actually happen?
No, and especially not in this short of amount of time. I think I've been with, Move, Think, Smile for, 3-4 months, and it's been amazing.
So what would be the highlights for you when you say amazing, Kara? Share with everybody, what are the amazing moments?
Just realizing that, I could, in the next month, I'm sure things are going to get to the point where I will probably be so busy with this venture that I will have to quit my job. And that's the amazing thing is, I didn't know if it was going to be a gradual thing, but it's going to kind of flip, I think. And it's going to get to a point where I just don't have time for both. It's already getting to that point right now. That's
amazing. I'm so busy being a health coach, I have to quit my other job. Does that feel good?
Oh, that feels great.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Finally.
Yeah. And I think the cool thing is, and you're doing this, are you working one-on-one with people? No. You're doing this in a group coaching format, aren't you?
Yes.
So about how many hours a week in total will you have to spend with your clients?
I would say probably 15.
Okay. That's
Yeah.
that's doable with all of your clients,
Yes.
right? And you've got a $3,500 program,
Mm-hmm.
and that price is probably going to go up here in the next 6 months or so.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Yeah,
about
it might
that.
have to.
That's always a process. People are like, I don't know. So what was it like for you when you were like, yeah, I'm doing $100 an hour? Like, no, we need to be at least 3K or more.
That was a bit of a shocker. um, I was kind of, hesitant because of that, but it made sense. I mean, it makes sense. It's a $3,000, and somebody has health problems that are very large. 3K is a drop in the bucket. I mean, it's nothing. They're spending probably $10,000 a year on healthcare. So,
Easily.
I'm worth it. Yeah, I'm worth it. I'm going to help them prevent that.
Easily. Yeah. So think about it like this, at least in the United States. I know we got a lot of international people who'll be watching this from Canada, the UK, Australia, and other parts of the world. But in the United States, we have health insurance, and a lot of these are what they call catastrophic programs, meaning that you have a high deductible. So you're paying 10 to 15, sometimes even $20,000 a year out of your pocket before the health insurance even kicks in to cover your medical expenses. And people with diabetes, they're easily forking out 10 to 15 grand a year, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, out of their own money. And are they getting better?
No, they're in the conventional system. They're just taking more medications. The doctors are not trying to get them better. They're just trying to manage their symptoms.
Right. And what's happening?
I'm trying to help them.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And then, no, get on this. This is a great rant. So what happens to people if they don't get off the normal healthcare system? We got two costs, right? You got the financial cost. So it's about $100,000 over the next 10 years. I don't know if saving somebody $97,000 is a good deal or not for having a 3K program. But what about the other costs?
Oh, they're losing their lives. They're losing their limbs. Diabetes is serious, and it just keeps, progressing. And like I said, the conventional system just wants to manage their symptoms from getting worse. They're not trying to get them better.
Exactly. I mean, it starts with blurred vision, which can go to blindness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then there's, I've always heard about people getting parts of their body amputated because the blood flow is just crap there. It's not getting what it needs, and it just kind of goes limp and dead.
I actually had a relative who lost his feet and died when he was in his 50s from diabetes.
Right. My stepfather had diabetes. For as long as he was my stepdad, so he's had it for a very long time, doing the freaking pricks every day. Now his vision didn't go blurry. He didn't lose anything, but you know what it turned into? Leukemia. It turned into leukemia, and 6 months later, he passed.
Yeah.
And so, Kara, first I want to say, having gone through that personal experience myself and seeing just a complete badass like yourself getting out there and taking the charge to helping people become stronger than diabetes, right? Reverse those symptoms so that doesn't turn into blindness. They're not losing body parts, and it's not turning into cancer. Kara, I am honored. I'm honored to be with you on this journey, because this is what this country needs. This is what this world needs. We want to make this place, we want to make it a better place, right? We want to improve the health of people. Because what happens? What happens when you get out there and you actually help somebody? What happens to that person's life?
They help other people. It's a continual thing.
Right.
So I help myself, and then I get to help somebody, and then they probably will help somebody, a relative of theirs or a friend who's got diabetes, and it grows.
Right. And at Move Think Smile, we have this kind of philosophy. It's kind of our mission, and that's to help as many people on this planet feel as good as they possibly can. Because when you help somebody feel as good as possibly can, or when you can feel as good as you possibly can, there's a side effect. What's that side effect, Kara?
That you feel good or you get better.
Right. So let's boil it down to one word, right? It's a 4-letter word. It's a good 4-letter word. It's okay. It's love. It's love. When you feel as good as you possibly can, and you help somebody feel as good as they possibly can, they have more positive impact on their own spouses, their husbands, their wives, their own kids, their own career. Heck, they have more impact on the gas station attendant at the convenience store when they walk in, because they feel great. And that's how we improve things around here. You got to get out there and help people. And I think it's terrible the way that people are going through their health and wellness programs or certifications. Doesn't matter if it's medical school, health coaching school, functional medicine school, holistic naturopath school, nutrition school. It doesn't matter what they're going through, physical therapy, Pilates, yoga. They're being taught to basically camouflage their business, right? So people can't find them. I mean, Kara, that's where you were at, right?
Yeah.
You had it. You were out there. Hey, I'm here. I can help you. But nothing. And when you were giving your stuff away for free, yeah, those people were having pretty cool results. But can you sustain a business when you're giving your stuff away for free?
No. And I can't continue to do it for free.
Right. You can't continue to do it for free. Yeah, sure. You could become the wastewater queen for the rest of your life if you want to, right? That's fine. It works. Yeah. It's not horrible for her. She kind of enjoys it, but it's not where her heart is, right? It's not as enjoyable. And getting over into, and Kara, what's really cool about this, if I remember right, so you guys are originally from which state?
Minnesota.
Where are you now?
Arizona.
Okay, so you could travel between the two, right? And you can still have your health practice, right?
Yes.
Without needing to be reliant on location.
Right.
Right? Is that pretty cool?
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice because I think it's 20 below today in Minnesota.
Yeah, right. So you're down in Arizona, taking kind of doing the winter bird thing, kind of coming down. It's freaking awesome. And building up this amazing, amazing practice. So Kara, if you were going to give, anybody a piece of advice out there, what would it be?
Find the right guidance you need. Find some help. It's been very valuable to me and very helpful to find the right people to help me grow and learn myself. So,
yeah. So guys, any of you watching this right now, any of you amazing health coaches, you health practitioners, functional or integrative or holistic, physical therapists, Pilates, yoga instructors, personal trainers, counselors, any of you guys who have the knowledge, the skills, the expertise, and the heart to really help people transform their health so they can get out there, they can live longer, they can have more energy, they can have more impact and do more good with their own families, their own friends, their own colleagues. And you're like Kara, and you're like, you want to do this, but that whole thing about getting clients is a kind of a big struggle, and you'd like to, make it simple, right? Make it simple. Come on over to movethinksmile.com/grow, get on our calendar. You'll speak to myself or Elia, and we can chat about kind of where you're at and see if we're a good fit to help your business accelerate without burning out, right? That's what we call the high octane stuff, right? Because a lot of people will get up to like, woo, I'm a health coach. Yeah. Then what happens 6 months later? Right? They crash and burn. They run out of fuel, and all of a sudden, no one wants this stuff. No one's going to pay for this stuff. Nobody has any money. Nobody cares. Nobody wants to talk to me. I'm not worth it. And that comes up as imposter syndrome for a lot of people. Right? It comes in that lack of confidence. It's like, and then all of a sudden it's like driving a 1971 Ford Pinto from Key West to Alaska on bad gas. Are you going to get there?
No.
Probably not. If you just don't stall, you're probably just going to blow up, right? Everything's on fire. It's a mess everywhere. It's like a train wreck inside of a yard sale, inside of a dumpster fire. It's just crazy. But guys, Kara, what would you say, when people book a call to come and chat with us, are we like, buy, sell? No. No, not at all. It's not high pressure, but it's, showing you when I spoke to you, you made sure I was aware of everything you could help me with, and you knew you could fix it and make it work as long as I brought the fuel. Right. You had the system and the way to help me, and I needed that immediately. And it started immediately. The help started right away. Right. Well, we had the system. And we actually help with the fuel too, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. So you didn't have to bring your own fuel, right?
No.
You just had to be open to doing things in a different way.
Right.
Because Move, Think, Smile, and, Carrie, you can, I hope, let me know if I'm on track here, but it's all about making bold moves with confidence and integrity, right? There's a lot of people who have a lot of integrity, but the confidence is crap. Or there's a lot of people who have a lot of confidence, but they don't have any integrity and they're just about making a quick buck. We want both.
Right.
Right. And then we want you to think differently about the way you're doing business. Just because a lot of people are saying the same things, does it have to be that way? Is there an easier way to grow your business? A simpler way? And I should kind of rephrase that. A quicker way, not easier way, because I don't care who you are, what anybody says. Growing a health or wellness practice, there's nothing easy about it. Nothing. Anybody who tells you that is filling you full of something, because Kara, was any of this easy? No. It took a lot of work. It took a lot of work on our side. It took a lot of work on Kara's side. And guys, if you'd really just like to make it simple, Kara, would you say it was simple?
It was simple.
Yeah, it was simple. Getting out there, and it was fast too.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about, I don't know if you guys have ever built a business before. When we did retail, it was probably it took 4 years before it got to that year, right? And it also took, oh my God, I think we started with $175,000. That's what it took. And then when we did manufacturing, that took 3 years before it took off. And that was a $250,000 investment to really get things going. And now we're talking about basically pocket change to have a significantly profitable business to where you're not burning out anymore. You're living your life, right? You're following your passion. And Kara, what would you say is the most exciting thing about Move, Think, Smile?
Just the simplicity of the program, the help, the help has been amazing. I never felt like I was alone. It's like you held my hand throughout the whole process.
Nice.
And that was great. That probably one of the best things.
Well,
I never felt like I was doing it on my own.
That's cool, because we really do pride ourselves on world-class support. It's like when you have a question or you need help. Now it could be, how do I do this, or what do I do here? Or it's like, oh, my mind is not wanting me to do this today. It's saying this is a bad idea. Are we there?
Oh yeah, absolutely. You guys were there on the weekends. I mean, it wasn't just 8 to 5. Adam and Elliot would respond. I got responses on Sunday mornings. So when I had questions, or, oh no, Facebook just disabled me on a Sunday morning, or that's when I found it. So yeah.
Yeah. And we do our best to get to you same day, usually within a couple hours if we can. Obviously, if it's in the middle of the night, we're sleeping, there's a little bit of a delay there, but we do our best. And it's one of the things we pride ourselves on, because building a business, right? Navigating this course of obstacles as an entrepreneur, it's just no easy task. And it does not matter if you're a health coach, a functional practitioner, or any of those things. None of this stuff is easy. And trying to accelerate without burning out, using a lot of those outdated strategies, right? Struggling to get clients, let alone amazing clients, right? Because, I've seen a lot of people, and I'm sure Kara's heard this too, with other people that are in the program that we've worked with. Some of them have been getting clients, but they're the kind of clients that show up and then they give the credit card, they pay like $200 for the first couple one-on-one sessions, and they just go MIA. And then you reach out to try and help them again. They don't answer your emails. They don't answer your tests. They don't answer your phone calls. And then they cancel their credit card. Right? It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks for sure. So it's awesome, Kara. So guys, you can do, what Kara was doing, right? Sitting there, pounding the pavement, trying to make it work, doing all these things. Or we can really simplify things, speed things up, and get you to where your heart, where your passion is, and get you in front of the people who really need your help. Let's stop camouflaging things. Let's get out there. Let's do this in a way that is going to really accelerate things, not just for the people that you're helping, but also so you can have a very healthy bottom line too. You can have both. You can come over to movethinksmile.com/grow and get on our calendar. It's going to be a super chill, relaxed conversation. We'll see where you're at. We'll talk about your goals. And if we can help support you and get you there quickly, we'll talk about that. If not, we'll do our best to send you to whoever can get you to the next level. On that note, Kara, do you have any other parting shots?
All my appointments, they are just getting loaded up. I've got one here in about half an hour, but I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 today.
7.
Now, some of them, like one is I called her yesterday. She was driving, so we rescheduled it for today. I mean, there's stuff like that, but I mean, and tomorrow I've already got 4. I got 1 on Thursday. I keep getting texts. I'm like, oh my God, another one. It's been amazing. It really it clicked with me, however Elia said it, because they need my help. They need something like this. They can't just keep going to the doctor. It's because the doctors are just, I wouldn't say making them sick, but they're not giving them any help. And it's like, so it's breaking my heart.
All right, guys. So come on over to movethinksmile.com/grow, and we'll see you guys in the next episode.